Some dogs change a household, but every once in a while, a dog comes along who changes an entire neighborhood. For us, that dog is Tubbs, an incredibly social pit bull whose warmth and friendliness transformed our street into something like a fairy tale of smiles, laughter, and unexpected friendships. She isn't just our dog, she's the heartbeat of the block. When Tubbs was just a tiny puppy, barely 16 weeks old, she was already showing signs of being different. She didn't just wag her tail when someone passed by. She reached out to them with her whole spirit. At first, she was so small that most people hardly noticed her, just a little blur of paws and ears at the front door. But every day, she grew, not just in size, but in courage. One afternoon, she surprised us all by hopping right up onto the fence to get a better view of people walking by. That little leap was the start of something extraordinary. Because the moment our neighbors saw her big brown eyes and wiggling tail, they couldn't resist stopping to say hello. And that hello turned into a daily ritual. Now, it's almost like clockwork. Around 4 or 5 in the evening, Tubbs makes her way to the front door and waits. She knows what's coming. One by one, our neighbors start to appear. Some are coming home from work, some are just out for a walk, but they all pause just for her. On any given day, as many as 20 people stop by. They crouch down, scratch behind her ears, give her a kind word, or just chat with her like an old friend. And every single time, Tubbs greets them with the same boundless enthusiasm, her tail wagging like it's about to fly off, her whole body leaning into every pat. It makes her day, and without realizing it, it makes theirs too. At some point, I decided to put up a small sign on the fence. It read, "Tubbs is friendly." She would love any affectionate petting. It was a simple gesture, but it unlocked something magical. People who normally might have passed by without a word began to stop, smile, and take a moment. Before long, it wasn't just about Tubbs. Neighbors started talking to each other, laughing, sharing stories, connecting in ways they never had before. Every story has its cast of characters, and Tubbs's life is no different. There's my boyfriend, her absolute favorite human. The bond they share is like watching a father and daughter. Every evening when he walks through the door, she practically dances with joy, her tail wagging furiously, her eyes lit up, her whole body saying, "You're home, you're safe, I missed you." She sticks to him like glue, always by his side, as if she knows he's the one who will always protect her. Then there's me. To Tubbs, I'm her shadow and her safe space. She seems to know my moods better than I do. When I'm sad, she quietly curls up beside me, pressing her warmth against mine. When I'm happy, she mirrors it, bouncing around like her joy is my joy. She's become my constant companion, my gentle reminder that I'm never alone. And finally, there's the neighborhood itself. Dozens of people, young and old, who now carry Tubbs in their daily routines. She's become the unspoken mayor of our block, the little force of nature that makes strangers into friends. It's easy to think this is just a cute story about a friendly dog, but for me, it's more than that. Before Tubbs, I struggled with loneliness and even depression. I felt cut off, stuck inside my shell, unsure how to reach out to others. Tubbs broke through that wall. She gave me an excuse to step outside, to smile at neighbors, to wave at people I once walked past in silence. Slowly, those small moments built into real connections. Thanks to her, I didn't just find a community. I found a second family. Sometimes I stand at the window in the evenings and watch. There she is, Tubbs at the fence, surrounded by smiling faces, wagging tails of passing dogs, kids reaching out with giggles, neighbors chatting like old friends. And in the middle of it all, this one pit bull who simply wanted to love and be loved. She didn't just change my life, she changed the rhythm of an entire street. Tubbs is more than just a dog. She's a reminder of what's possible when love leads the way. She shows us that kindness doesn't need to be grand or complicated. Sometimes it's just a wagging tail, a gentle nudge, a moment of connection that ripples outward farther than we can see. Her story proves that companionship, whether from a dog, a person, or a community, has the power to heal, inspire, and bring people together. So if this little tale about Tubbs, the social butterfly of our neighborhood, touched your heart, we'd love for you to like, comment, and subscribe. Because sometimes the smallest gestures, like a dog waiting at a fence, can change the world around us for the better.